Hello and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 23rd of September. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did now. This week begins with the Sun returning to the sign of Libra on Monday. This is an opportunity over the next month to engage with others, to share ideas, to find points of cooperation. But it's also an opportunity for us to challenge ourselves in terms of being more competitive or perhaps firming up our boundaries where we may feel that others are perhaps taking us a little bit for granted. Now, of course, Venus and Mercury are already in this location, collaborating beautifully. So there can be some sweet music, and with them both in an angle with Jupiter, if you're really lucky, you could encounter someone who really sets your pulse racing. But equally, as the week goes on, Mercury then goes into a more challenging angle with Saturn. And this suggests that somebody may actually be a little bit more authoritarian or even a bit dismissive about any effort to be more diplomatic or more inclusive in our approach. Now, Saturday does see a new moon, but this new moon is going to be forging a quincunx with Uranus. So when we are thinking about relationships in general, or cooperation or collaboration, I think it's going to be around about our values as much as money, which is going to be the make or break point in terms of the opportunity in the following month. Your specific forecast shows that with the Sun arriving in the sign of Libra, that you have a collection of energies, a more reflective part of your situation. If you find yourself wanting to keep the world at a little bit more of a distance, or just quietly ruminate on some of the events that have been very important to you of late, it wouldn't be a surprise. Of course, you can be deeply private anyway, but with the angle of Saturn and also Pluto oppressing both Mercury and Venus, someone could push you to give them some information you may not be quite ready to share. Then again, perhaps you're going to let slip something that you perhaps would rather keep confidential. It is true that with Jupiter in a right angle with Neptune, you also need to be very realistic about your highest hopes, being very idealistic about that won't be so positive for you. Not a good time to risk too much money on anything negative. However, by the end of this week, there is a new moon, but the 12th house new moon is probably one of the trickiest to encounter. It could bring emotions to the surface that are dormant, or perhaps you feel very raw and tender and perhaps even vulnerable around. But if that does happen, it might come about because someone may challenge you in quite a frank but surprised way. But actually, that can turn out to be a good thing over the next month. If you'd like to know what 2020 holds for you as an individual, based on your time, date and place of birth, you can order your personal horoscope by clicking the link beneath this video. You can get the rest of this year free and also 30% off. But for now, good luck and goodbye.